This is the Expedition 1 sit-in sea kayak from Bay Sports. It is the mid-range kayak in our expedition range at 5.02 meters long. It is one of the most narrow of the range at 55 centimeters in width, but has the highest height of all the expedition range at 38 centimeters high. The kayak itself utilises our 3-layer high-density polyethylene and foam core construction, which makes it stronger and lighter weight for a polyethylene kayak at just 26 kilograms. It has a total volume of 325 litres and a maximum weight capacity of 147 kilograms. The cockpit is 84 centimeters in length and 42 centimeters in width, which makes it more narrow than the Expedition 2 and 3. As you can see, it is a slightly more narrow cockpit, not as wide as the Expedition 2 or 3 models. The design of the kayak, of all Expedition kayaks we have, has the most amount of rocker, so the most amount of curvature from bow to stern, which makes it very capable when ocean swell and chop, as it better prevents the kayak from diving into the swell or into the waves. As you can see from the side here, it does curve up and have quite a high front of the cockpit. So again, any water splashing up and over onto the deck, it has to go up even higher to get and reach over the cockpit. So the design of this front part of the kayak makes it excellent at repelling the water, splash, and heading back into the ocean. Starting from the front, you can see it's got a toggle grab handle for lifting it and transporting it. You've got some perimeter deck rigging along, which runs all the way down to the cockpit, and then from behind the cockpit all the way to the rear. Has reflective pieces in here, so boats, lights shining on here at sunset and sunrise, except for example, it reflects so they can see you on the horizon or in the distance. It has some bungee cord all the way down the kayak. This is for extra storage for your gear, keeping it nice and secure. As we move further down, you've got a oval shaped hatch cover at the front. As you can see, it's a rubber hatch which you simply lift up and can pull off. That reveals the front hatch, which has a storage capacity of 48 litres. As you can see, there's quite a bit of room up the front, and it has a sealed bulkhead here, which is sealed using a marine grade silicone to ensure that no water from the cockpit enters into the front storage hatch area. On the front of the cockpit, lots of deck rigging. You can put a 2-man tent, your overnight camping gear, your day bag on here. A unique feature on the Expedition 1 model is the groove here to put your paddle. When you want to take a break, grab a drink, put on some cream, whatever it is, popping the paddle there and looping it over the little latch to keep your paddle out of reach and from falling into the water. Even if it slides over, you're not going to lose it. Do highly recommend still having a paddle leash just as an extra precaution against losing your paddle. If you look at the shape of the front of the kayak, you can see it goes up quite high. Again, any water splashing up and over the deck runs into these drainage channels, which channel the water back into the ocean. And you can see on the side profile, it really does curve up to a nice, spacious, raised cockpit. Looking into the kayak cockpit itself, it has the padded footrests No, it doesn't. It's got the padded thigh or knee braces here, which is made from a padded foam. These are adjustable, as you can see here. It has the 2 screws, which you just adjust using an Allen key to move backwards or forwards, depending on what's most comfortable for you. These thigh braces are designed for you to push your knee or thighs up against, which kind of supports your lower back as you're paddling to get the most paddle power, whilst also protecting your back. Looking into the cockpit, you can see from this angle, it's quite a lot of height in here. So for those with the longer legs or who want to have their knees more bent, it's very comfortable to sit in this one. Looking into the adjustable footrests, they're on sliding track rails. Very simple design. Simply using one hand, you can lift up the lever, you can push it forward. Obviously the taller paddler on the furthest, and the shorter paddler pull them towards you. The maximum height for a paddler for this Expedition 1 kayak would be someone around 6'3", 6'4" in height. The length from the back of the seat to the furthest forward footrest position is 128 centimeters. So that would be from your hips to your feet. 128 centimeters is the maximum length, fully outstretched, that is. The toe control here, which you push the ball of your foot against to control the rudder system. Pushing on the right one makes it turn right, and left one turn left. And again, simple adjustment, simply using one hand to find the most comfortable fit. Running from the footrest all the way to the rudder system is 316 stainless steel, so very good quality, unlike a nylon one you might see in some cheaper end boats. So nice premium quality materials used for the rudder system and the footrests. You have the built-in touring seat with a nice high density foam to give you some good comfort under the bum, so you can enjoy hours and hours out in the water without feeling uncomfortable. It's supported by a, again, foam backrest, which is adjustable depending if you want it further back or a more upright position. That's achieved by simply pulling the 2 buckles backwards and pushing back on the backrest. Or for pulling it forward, you simply grab the 2 side toggles, pull them tight, and then you've got the seat more upright, like so. On this model, the rudder system is fitted on the left-hand side, which is different from the Expedition 0, 2 and 3, where it's fitted on the right-hand side of the kayak. These deck balls here control the lowering and raising of the rudder system, so that you can prevent the rudder from being snapped off or broken or damaged in shallow waters. The key difference between the Expedition 1 and the other Expedition models is the storage hatch is located behind the seat. That's a 8-inch twist lock hatch with an inner nylon bag with about 2 litres of storage capacity. So that's for your drink bottle, sun cream, maybe some snacks, your mobile phone or keys. And that is a removable bag. So if you don't wish to use that, you can store it elsewhere, and then you can access the hatch, which opens up to here. So this flows all the way through. Simply bending this in, it's just a flexible piece of plastic. Pull it down. And snap it back in place. Finding the best way to close this hatch is simply letting it find its own groove, twisting it till it finds the groove and drops down like so. Give it a wiggle and then rotating it clockwise to tighten. Usually go for an extra twist to really get the seal, as there's a rubber seal that runs along there. These are watertight, however any valuables highly recommend putting in a waterproof dry bag, such as your phone and any other electronics, as water can get through there if not completely properly sealed. Moving down, we've got some more storage with some bungee cord to keep another overnight camping gear secure. So you can clip it on here and also keep it nice and safe under here. And then as you head into the back storage area, you can see there's grooves along here which runs to channel the water back. So any splash up and over the deck runs into these channels and goes back into the water. And then at the back, as mentioned before, we have a oval shaped hatch cover. Inside of the rear hatch on the Expedition 1, you have a volume of 82 litres, and as you can see, there's quite a bit of storage room. And all the way back. The hatch cover is attached by a piece of cord so you don't lose it. And it's a matter of just getting one part of the hatch cover over the lip and then running your thumbs down like so, getting a nice seal right over the cockpit lip and ensuring it's all the way flush with the bottom like so, ensures that it's going to remain waterproof. More deck rigging all the way running down the back. Some more bungee cord storage here, which is all attached at the very back to the second grab handle, toggle handle, which is a slightly different handle to the other Expedition models. Still nice and strong. And that leads us on to the rudder system. It's the same rudder system used on all the Expedition kayaks. All have a toggle to keep your rudder secure for travel. So simply untoggling it like so allows you to then, in the kayak, pull on the deck ball to release the rudder into the water. And then again, coming into shallow waters, pulling the bottom deck ball to pull the rudder back into its slot. So as you head out on your adventure, you pull the top one all the way down, get the blade nice and deep. And then as you're coming into shore, just pull it up all the way. And then secure it in place by pulling that over, like so. The 316 stainless steel is connected to the rudder with these D shackles. And again, very strong, very durable. The rudder housing is aluminium, whilst the blade is a plastic.